Hello, and welcome to
Uh,
another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Fire the Cannon Columbus Blue Jackets 2003-2004 season. The rookies need to develop. Jeff, you missed our last episode, and so you can see we're now into January. We're 21, 17, and 7, and we made one trade, I think, maybe. I can't think if we made any more. Let's look at our transaction log here. Yeah, we traded away Joe Nieuwendyk because we got an offer for Dominique Moore. And we've been dealing with injuries. Injuries. Oh, yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah, apparently Timu Solani lost an eye. That's not good.
Wait, what? Was it that?
Massive eye trauma.
Oh, yeah, right. Right. Yeah, he's done for a while. Yeah, we also traded away Jan Hedja, who had never been really developing, for Matt Kartner. Just because he was younger, they're both the same kind of thing. Probably try and move him, maybe. I don't know. Not really.
One thing. Go to your line screen.
Okay. Oops, that's lineup. Lines, yes.
There we go. Okay, anybody who's watching this, look at how Adam's got his forwards with every single lockbox checked. Don't do this.
Wait, what did that happen? I did not do
I
that.
did that. No.
No, I did not do that. Oh wait, maybe I did because I was messing with defensive pairs, and I didn't have it unlocked.
Oh, okay. That's
I think that's maybe
sort
what it
of
was.
reasonable.
And special teams because we were looking for a boost, if I remember right. Yeah, we've had some guys.
Yeah, you'll get
weird things.
Well, no, it should be okay, but it's just not really how the thing's intended to be used.
Here's a better question: why do we have Brian Rafalski as our number one shootout guy?
Because in the history of your team, go to your team history screen.
I'm just going to put Kovalchuk up first. Team history. Yes. Yep.
Look at the goal leaders. The top two goal scorers in the history of your franchise are both defensemen.
Yeah, well, they've been the only guys who've been relatively
Who's number
stable.
one? Rafalski. Yep, he's the best scorer you got.
Well, we've been doing what we can.
Particularly since Solani, who
Keeps
you'd think
getting
would be
hurt.
able to scoring, is... now he's only got one good eye.
Well, to be fair, I mean, this was Solani's downturn in his career. It wasn't until after the lockout that he actually kind of picked it back up. Just before we turned on, I just kind of shopped around Dan Highnote again just to see. The only really interesting offer was from the Rangers. Neil Smith offered us Eric... I can't read that last name.
Boganecki,
yeah. Who's...
So apparently you're trying to get rid of every single guy in the team who can, or every single checking forward you've got.
No, Highnote wasn't scoring, doing anything. I think he started dropping on his...
Highnote's not supposed to be scoring.
No, but he started dropping on his development. That's what the guys I'm trying to get rid of.
Okay, gotcha. That sort of makes sense then.
Yes. And
3 stars, he's not going to get any better than that. So
yeah. So Highnote's on the block. Dominique Moore's on the block too, for that matter. Let's shop him just for fun. Oh, we can't.
You just got him. Yeah, you can't.
It was a while ago we got him.
3 games ago.
Whatever.
Or at least that's all he's played.
I guess we need to get Alex Burrows back under contract, so let's do that.
Yep, he's actually coming on a little ahead of schedule. He was just barely on the Canucks by this. I don't think he was... No, he wasn't even in Vancouver until after the lockout.
We're going to renew Jason Jaffrey's contract too. Robida, I guess we better renew him. He wants nothing anyway, so that's perfect. That's $375. And do we want to renew the Russian goalie?
Podomatsky, never really worked out in real life. I think that you're getting a few of these guys that are Russians showing up a little bit better than they actually were. Just there was a little oddness, the version of the database that we started this game with.
Yeah, I don't think we need
had
to
an issue with
him.
some of the international players, but
we still have Curtis Sanford. You know what? Let's actually add.
He's played pretty well. I mean, you could probably get something for him in the off season if you got him on a cheap contract.
Well, let's put him on the trade block right now. Or heck, let's shop him right now.
And pray you don't need to use somebody other than Kiprusoff for the rest of the year.
Well, again, we got Curtis Sanford coming up. Claude Lapointe. Matthias Nordstrom. Well, actually, at least we're getting named guys. Aaron Ward. Andrei Kovalenko. Not really any younger guys. Sean McEachern. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard for years. Brings me back, Jeff. Brings me back. Tom Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Igor Korolev. Now, I just have to check his real stats. Yeah, I was going to say, if he was a former Winnipeg Jet, I was pretty sure. I had to go back and look.
That was one of the Mike Smith guys, wasn't it?
He wasn't drafted by the Jets, so probably not.
No, but he brought him in.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mike Smith brought in every single Russian he possibly could, so yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, okay. Well, we're just going to continue here. We don't really have too much we need to do. We just need guys to start scoring. We brought up Derek Roy to try and pump up, and we lose 6-3 to Edmonton in our first game. What'd you think about that wild trade yesterday, Jeff, in the real NHL?
I don't get what the Kings are doing there. They gave up a lot and didn't seem to get a whole lot back.
They were dumping that contract. That's what they were doing.
Yeah, even some they're still taking some of the cap hit though.
Oh, they're taking only like $2 million from Provorov's contract, but they got rid of that entire the goaltender's contract, which was $5 million.
Yeah, I mean Provorov seems to be turning into Ekman Larson. About a year or two away from that.
Our former backup goes to Edmonton. Tim Thomas to Edmonton.
How many teams has Thomas been through now?
Well, no, just us, and then we Montreal got him. We traded him to Montreal, or Montreal took him. Now he's in Edmonton. Better question: what's Edmonton's goaltending look like? Oh, pretty bad.
Pretty shaky. Yeah, Tellqvist,
and Boucher. Depth chart.
Does Thomas wind up being the starter there?
He might. Mike Morrison, Dan Blackburn, and
he's won now stars. Now he's as good as they are.
Now that is quite the name. Danny Oderberken? German.
Oh, yeah, German guy. Yeah.
He never made it to the NHL, did he?
No. Probably played in World Juniors for Germany. That's why he's on the database.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. We really need Kipper to get hot here.
Montreal trade Thomas because they've got apparently the
Montreal's depth is
best. Montreal's got the save percentage leader, who is Zach Burke, who is better known as. Come on.
No. Edmonton just waved Tim Thomas so we could grab him back. Wanted to. Zach Burke? I got nothing. You mean Sean Burke?
Nope. Zach Burke is the brother of Sebastian Bach, the hair metal guy from the 80s, Skid Row.
Oh, okay.
Who changed his name from Burke to Bach.
Fair enough.
Brother or half-brother, I can't remember which it is.
Well, they're related anyways. Kovalchuk's down to 82%. We'll need to keep an eye on him in case he needs to sit for a game. And back-to-back for Chicago. We'll give Kipper another game here. It's 2-2 tie. Jeff, if for some reason we get all the way to the end of the season, make sure we stop on July 1st and increase the player limit.
It should increase automatically. I had it wrong for this 1 year.
Okay, well, we need to double-check that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it'll...
But... All right, game versus New Jersey, and we actually pick up a win. All right.
New Jersey with Mario Lemieux.
3 goals. I think he got hurt right now.
Really?
Oh, no, he's playing. I take it back.
Yep.
Going back to real NHL, I don't know what Columbus is thinking with everything. Oh, okay. Need to make that change next game.
What?
Somebody's just really... Okay, 4-2 win over Nashville. Somebody was down to 62%. Oh, Rafalski just got hurt. No! He's day-to-day. Okay. Zdeno Chara says he's back healthy. Okay. Let's look here. So we currently don't have another defenseman, so we're going to have to call one up.
Probably Cronwall.
Just looking here. So Chara's at 70%. He can play through that. Kovalchuk's back at 100. Okay. Yeah, Yanni Pikkanen's picked it up. We'll get him under contract, so that's good.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And Phaneuf is already at 1 star too. That's good.
Yeah, we had to let some of these guys settle because we just didn't have enough. All right, Cronwell's up. Let's give him a jersey number of 57. All right. Cronwell's getting thrown into the deep end. Okay, let's change his tactics right away before I forget, because he said as a screener. All right, Cronwell, let's put him as a... I don't really want to put him as a stay-at-home defenseman.
Well, it kind of fits for him, I think.
All right. All right, so we're going to take him out, and we're going to... stop pressing the wrong button. We're going to move Zidlicki up, I guess. Excuse me. Game versus Minnesota. And 4-2 loss. They scored 2. We returned fire, getting 2. And then they scored 2 in the third. All right, end of the month. And we have a development report here. Let's see. Bouwmeester's up. Burroughs is up. Kovalchuk's up. Andrei Markov continues to improve. Wisnowski, Williams. Some of our rookies are making their way up. Patrice Bergeron's up to 1 star. I don't know if he was that before.
Yeah, he already was, but
Okay.
moving right along now.
Yeah, he'll be a big help next year, I think, to our team.
Yeah.
Do you have enough? Yeah. Peter Nedved is going down. Steve Yzerman goes down. All right. Monthly budget. Well, keeping morale high. There's not much else we can do. Hopefully our owner doesn't completely destroy our budget next year, but he probably will. But our owner's happy with us, which is all what's important.
Yep.
And hopefully it won't be too long before Rafalski returns, because we could badly use him back. And a 4-2 loss versus Phoenix. Jay Bouwmeester's getting close. Oh, Alexei Yashin's out for 6 months. 6 months.
Ouch. That and Ottawa was the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion, and that was mainly based on having him in the lineup. So
Torn elbow ligament.
Radek Bonk's time to shine.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Actually, he's on the trade block right now, I think.
Is he? Wasn't at the start of this.
Yeah. Oh, no. Wisnowski got hurt now?
Just day-to-day.
No. But he can't play.
Is Bouwmeester almost back?
Nope. I mean, he's a little bit. We're going to have to throw him onto the injured list.
And then make room and bring up, oh, geez,
Yeah, it's,
partner England.
yeah. Oh, I guess England's coming up. Unless there's somebody we should be signing on free agents looking quickly.
Not really. Everybody's 1 star
Jackman.
below her.
Rick Jackman's
Jackman.
available. Oh.
Yeah. 1 star only, though, and he's at his potential.
He's at 1.5, it says on this, but yeah, probably.
Oh, he's up a little bit. He was 1 to start.
We have him scouted C to D, so I don't know if I quite. Actually, I don't even know if we have room to sign him. Let me just check. Oh, yeah, we're down to 36 players under contract right now. All the wheeling and dealing. Let's see what he wants just to come. he only wants two-year deal. Yeah, that's easy enough. All right. He is, in fact, 1 star showing up now, but that's still better than what we currently have.
Yep.
So, let's... Oh, no, I need to get him into the lineup first. Okay, we're going to send...
Roll.
We're going to send Englund back down. And put Jackman in the lineup. Let's get his tactics fixed. If I can find him on here, right there. Good news is he can play both sides, left and right defense, so that helps. Okay, he's set as a shutdown defenseman. That's fine.
Yep.
We could set him to a two-way defenseman, but I don't mind that role for him. Okay, so let's go back to our lineups. And Jeff, I'm going to lock all my forwards because I don't want to change my forward lines. And let's see what the assistant does. Yeah, makes sense. I'm just going to change these ice times on forwards. And I'm going to put in our backup for this game versus Dallas.
Again, he just lost.
Yeah. 5-2 versus Dallas. Oh, loss. All right.
For a guy you're about to trade, you're starting him a lot.
Well, we're looking at the possibility of trading him, Jeff. Looking. Trade proposal from Montreal. What is Montreal offering? Stéphane Villeneuve for Dan Highnote. No, thank you. NHL All-Stars. Did we have any All-Stars? Marek Sedlicki makes the All-Star team. I think that might be our first All-Star.
Walski must have made it at some point.
I don't know that he did.
Hang on, let me look. I can check. Yeah, I did 2002-03.
Okay, 2 years ago. I guess just last year we didn't have anybody.
No, it was last year.
No. Yes.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
No, yes. No, yes. Okay, Jay Bouwmeester is ready to return into the lineup. Okay, so Bouwmeester's coming back onto the active roster, which means he can immediately replace Stefan Kronwall. And that'll boost. We'll send Kronwall back down because we need the spot. And that boosts our defense drastically. Oh, Lubomir Wisnowski's ready to go. Okay, here we go. Mark Savard out 4 months with an injury. Ouch. That's going to hurt Calgary.
Calgary wasn't having a good season anyhow. They had already lost San Luis to...
Okay, Rafalski can play.
Brand new.
Okay, so let's redo these lines then completely. Okay, so Jackman is out. Rafalski's in. Bouwmeester's out. Wisnowski's in. Okay, lines are back to how we want them. Got to send Jackman down now. So he's going on waivers. Wonder if we lose him. And we're giving Rafalski off till he's healthy. Having Bouwmeester in the lineup. And we lose 3-2 to LA.
How many in a row is that?
I don't want to talk about it, Jeff. Okay, Kipper needs a little bit of time off. That's fine. And we finally beat somebody. We beat the Leafs 3-2. come on, come on. I'm going to check the trade blog here to see if anybody interesting has come up. Christian Huselius is on the trade block.
Peter Bondra too, but he's 36 and has to be almost done.
Okay, I'm just going to make a stupid trade offer here. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to try Calgary and try and do a straight up goalie trade. We can't add this much salary. It's not making that much.
Find somebody on there who's Parents or Turnka, but maybe they're actually in the lineup right now.
Calgary can't. Okay, what if we retain? Oh, we can't retain any of his salary. All right. All right, I guess we can't get him. I don't see any player that would work to get Craig Anderson. All right, fair enough. Too bad. That would have been an excellent ad for a backup goaltender for us.
Yep.
Only 22. Jason Woolley. Oh, man. Some of these names take me back, Jeff. All right. Moving on here. Play a game versus San Jose and 4-2 win. Oh, no. Wisnowski got hurt with a fractured fibula.
So he's 3-4 months. If you let him be treated now, he's going to be back sometime in the playoffs. Because you're not so...
No, yeah, I don't want him to get hurt worse. So, no, he's going to the IR.
Yeah, he's going to be... If you had let him play, he would be pretty bad for the rest of the year. And
if this was the playoffs, I'd be willing to replace with Bouwmeester.
And he gets Bouwmeester some playing time.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch the waiver wire, I think, to see if we can grab another defenseman. Because our depth right now is just horrendous.
You also got Cartner that you got in the trade.
Well, I know.
But he's at 1.5 star, yeah.
Let's call backup Jackman, I guess. So he can sit as the 7th defenseman. I wanted to shop Kartner, but I can't yet. Yeah, I'm still got to keep waiting for that. Montreal. Rick Jackman wants 2. Go ahead. All right. Interesting move. No, is Kartner on the trade block anyways? Yeah, okay. Okay, we just got back and Rafalski says he's ready to go, so we couldn't have timed that any better. All right.
Oh, Ottawa giving up? They traded their captain.
I missed that.
Stamner.
Okay. 4-3 win. Okay. Oh, Sidlicki, what? Strained biceps
Yeah.
out 2 to 3 weeks. No, we're not delaying treatment for that. Oh, man. We just got you guys healthy. Okay, Jackman comes back in. So Licky goes to the injured list. And let's look at the lines again here. Alright, let's... Okay, Rafalski's back on the top pair, which makes
You
sense.
absolutely had to. High Note can play D2.
Yeah, I mean, we're okay for the moment, but... Boy, this is brutal. Who is our trainer, anyways?
Go back to that. I just want to see that Ottawa trade again. What they got for Zamner?
Um,
Flyers Senators deal announced 15th. I think that's it.
Dan McGillis.
Yeah.
2.5 star for 2.5 star.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense. They had Wade Redden and then basically nobody on defense.
Yeah, that's not...
Oh, yeah. Oh, Chris Phillips has been hurt for most of the year.
P-Wog showed up in chat, said, "Go Wings, go Blue." P-Wog reminded me that it was today in 97 that the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup. And we beat Anaheim. Also good. Stefan Robidas, 44 offensive game rating. That's pretty poor from him.
He's not really there to generate offense.
Okay, Sergei Brelin is on waivers from New Jersey.
And at 2.5 stars, that would, if you picked him up, that would maybe let you move somebody else for a defenseman.
More a two-way guy. That'd be the guy to, if we're going to move Dan Hinote, that'd be the guy to take. We'd also help settle out our goaltender by giving another Russian. And give us a little bit of center depth. Should we do this? Should we put a claim in on him?
Yeah, I think it fits. I just tried shopping High Note, and you get a few, I mean, mostly older guys, but
Well, let's see what we get. We could probably try and work.
some decent defenseman back.
The Islanders fired Iron Mike to replace him with Randy Carlisle.
I'd say it's an upgrade.
Yeah, but that's a funny upgrade. And we didn't get Breland anyways.
And Milbury is still a GM of the Islanders at this point, so they had a front office of Milbury and Keenan. That would have been
Too
fun
bad.
for the local media.
We didn't get Breland.
Oh wow, well, whoever's running that team, take a look at the Islanders goaltending tandem.
Oh, check their depth chart. I think it's nuts.
But just look at the goalies when you get a chance.
Lundqvist, yeah, go look at their depth chart though. I think it gets even better. Oh no, they've apparently moved some of them, but they still have Kevin Weeks sitting in the minors.
Yeah.
Roberto Luongo and
Right.
Henrik Lundqvist.
Yeah, 2 Hall of Fame goalies. They got to move one of those guys.
I think Lundqvist is a little bit overrated at this point, is he not? He wasn't.
When did he start? Oh, yeah, he was post lockout.
Yeah, like being that high rated already. That seems a little.
Oh, this is his rookie year in the game, so he's.
Yeah, but
I mean, if there hadn't been the lockout, he probably would have played the season before. So he's only off by a year early.
yeah, but he wasn't amazing to start, was he? I don't recall him being.
Pretty good numbers right from the beginning. He never really had an off season. Well, not till like really late in his career.
All right. Oh, there's a storyline. Brent Johnson suffers minor electrical burns.
What trade did the Canucks make? Montreal's making a lot of moves.
Ryan Beta for a 5th-round pick. Montreal picks up Alexander Karpovtsev for a 3rd-round pick. With a gluteus strain. Nice. All right. All these injuries piling up. Young guys not scoring. 3-0 win over San Jose. Kovalchuk nets his 11th goal, but is an empty netter. Oh, here we go. Andy Sutton is on waivers.
Okay, yeah, that kind of fits.
Let's claim him. 1.5 star.
Did you put in claim for Braylon?
We did, but we didn't get him.
Oh, okay.
Islanders got
Where do
him.
you end up going? Oh, Islanders got him. Okay, I missed that.
Yep. That's when you were laughing about Milbury and...
Yeah.
Okay, we did get Andy Sutton, so there's our defensive depth drastically increased. Eric Nystrom for Matt Molson. That's a trade.
Wouldn't say drastically, but...
That's upgrade over...
I mean, at the time, I would have believed
Jackman.
it, but... I mean, Molson only really had the one good year, didn't he? And then got the big contract out of Buffalo for it.
He was a solid player for a lot of years. Man, Andy Sutton lasted a long time in the NHL, longer than I thought he did. All right.
Yeah, hang on.
All right. Good for him. Well, he's going to help. He gives us an immediate boost on defense over Jackman. Let's see how he's going to play. Stay-at-home defenseman. Stay-at-home defenseman. Although I feel like we... Well, I guess Jay Bouwmeester set up mobile defenseman right now. We're building an imposing defense. And we lose 4-1 in our first game, of course, with him in. And he takes an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Thank you so much there. How do you do? Jay Bouwmeester, 36 defensive game rating.
Ooh.
What are you doing, man? 48 defensive
score a
game
goal.
rating for Andy Sutton. Maybe we should look at our defensive tactics. And see if we can... All right, hold on. Devil Sabres deal. Jay Pandolfo for Robert Lang. All right. Trade deadline. We're not very far away from the trade deadline. Okay, so that's cool.
Yep, March 2nd.
Andy Sutton's... Okay, basic box isn't great for us. Okay, aggressive boxes. Yeah, let's go aggressive box for shorthanded defense. Switch shorthanded attack to counterattack. Defensive zone. A sagging defensive zone. Can we change that to something that's going to be... Half-ice overload, we have 2 good fits and nobody a bad fit.
Yeah, that's, I mean, conservative, but for everything else, you got a lot of guys who don't really fit in.
Well... Yeah, I think we got to switch to half-ice overload. Okay, I think that'll take off some... All right. Okay. All right, that should give us a little bit more. I'm going to change our power play breakout to cut, I think, too.
Solani's injury changed from indefinite yet?
I will check right now. Still says 3 to 4 months, so yeah, not really.
Oh, that's better than it was before. At least you got an estimate now. And actually, that's, potentially back for the playoffs.
All right. Oh, P-Wog missed in the chat. He says, TSN question, can USA watch the hockey coverage and have a legal plan to watch games there? Example, separate plans?
I don't know how you'd...
No.
I'm not sure if it would work if subscribing to it, but if you had a VPN, you could get by the geographical restriction.
But it's not TSN that's carrying the games anyways. TSN only carries local games. It'd be Sportsnet, and Sportsnet's all...
Sportsnet, yeah, you're right.
Is all wrapped up into the other stuff, so I wouldn't even say that's worth it. And Stefan Robidas just got hurt with a gluteus strain. So Jackman comes back in the lineup.
Man, you go through defensemen?
I don't know that we've been doing anything bad. Trade speculation surrounds Eddie Belfour. All right, just taking a look at trade block again. Brian McCabe is on the trade block. Frederick Modine. Ed Belfour. Old man Phil Housley.
Wow, still going.
Still going. He's had 41 points in 62 games. Amount of defensemen we're going through, he would actually be an improvement to help us.
Yeah, he was. Last year was his last season in real life. Unexpected comeback at 39.
Well, imagine him and Solani in the playoffs for us. Ooh, boy.
And I can also imagine both of them getting injured in the first game.
I just threw up the Russian goalie, and immediately it's, okay, what if we... We could get Phil Housley and a 5th-round pick for a backup goaltender. Or do they have somebody else that interests us?
Well, if you want to make a playoff run.
I'm just assuming we probably can't. Okay, what if we offer... What do we have? We have 2... Do you have any good, decent centers? Yeah. Jesse Ninamaki. Okay, let's just offer them this. We offer them our backup goaltender, the rights to Jesse Ninamaki, and our 5th round pick for Phil Housley and a young Kerry Lettinen. I feel like I'm going to have to add something else still.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. Lettinen is probably asking for too much.
Dominic Moore adds it to being a balanced offer. Can I get... If I add Kazanov... Okay, I'm going to... All right, let's just offer this trade. Oh, they'll do it. Okay, whoa. So we trade our backup goaltender, Dmitry Kazanov, the rights to Jesse Ninamaki, and a 5th-round pick for Phil Housley, Kerry Lettinen, and a 4th-round pick.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's your playoff run. Let's hope Helsley stays healthy.
All right, let's do that. They actually immediately put the backup goalie on waivers so we could try and claim him back. All right. That was a big trade. Well, he went +3 for acquiring Phil Housley, an extremely popular player. All right, if we're going to have Phil Housley, we're going to try and renew his contract. All right, so Jackman's coming out, and we're replacing him with Phil Housley instantly. What number was Housley? Can't remember off the top of my head.
6 most of the time.
6? Let's see if we have a 6 available for him. We do. Done. All right, so Kerry Lettinen then is our backup, who is 3 stars. He signed to actually do a 3-year contract.
Nice.
So for $1 million. So yeah, he's making $10,000 less than Kiprusoff right now currently, but Kiprusoff signed his new deal. I mean, we got a better backup goalie than what we had now.
And a defenseman who's probably going to retire after this year, but
well, we get him under contract. You know what? And he boosts us right now, so let's go to our lines and get Kerry Lettinen in there as our backup goaltender. Phil Housley's coming in. That, you know what the other thing is, and this is a big thing too, is it gives us that little bit of extra scoring punch. Because, I mean, Phil Housley can generate some of that. I guess we're throwing Kerry Lettinen right into it because Kipper played the last game. So let's throw him into the fire and see how he does. And he gets a shutout in his first game. Unfortunately, we don't win, but he gets a shutout.
nothing tie.
Nothing tie. 32 shots to 29 for.
And this will be the last no shootout year. So that's the last one of those you'll see probably.
No. Well, I mean, I guess yeah, next year's lockout, right?
Yeah. And I think I've got it set to switch to shootout for 2004. Maybe I don't.
Jeff, is there a season in that game, or is we just going to be simming across?
There's a season.
Peter Nedved gets suspended for 2 games.
Just plays. It uses the plan schedule.
Okay, let me look here. Phil Housley has signed, so that's good. Development report. Bouwmeester's going up. Burroughs is going up. Datsuk's going up. Roy's going up. Oh, Roy's hit 2 stars. I don't believe he was at 2 stars before.
Nope, he wasn't. Good.
So that's big. Mark Flood with a huge jump. Patrice Bergeron keeps going up. Rebel Nielsen with a big jump. Housley's going down. Rick Jackman's going down. Peter Nedved's going down.
Not Yzerman, no.
Not Yzerman.
What was the Calgary-Vancouver trade?
Well, I'm getting to our trade with Calgary, but okay, sure, we'll skip ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mike Smith and Brett McLean for Glenn Metropolitan.
Metropolitan, the first rounder, wow.
Oh, that's well,
so the Canucks had Mike Richter, 37, and Nikolai Khabibulin, 31 in goals. So I guess they wanted a young guy.
Yeah, they also had Gar Snow in the minors. Calgary wants to ship us a Japanese defenseman who I don't recognize.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Probably a 98 Nagano Olympics guy, maybe?
Yeah.
18 years old then?
Or World Juniors guy. Although I can't remember, has Japan ever played at the top level there?
Well, they might have in the 90s as preparation for that. I'm not sure.
Can't remember. No, probably an Olympics guy.
All right, we're going to continue here. We're going to run up right here to the trade deadline, so we'll be able to do that. All right, trade proposal from Washington. Okay, all right. Washington is offering us Nolan Yoinkman, which is just a great name for Dan Heinout, but definitely not happening.
No. Yeah.
Yoinkman. That's a great name.
Yonkman. There's no I there.
Yonkman, whatever. He actually played in the NHL. I do not remember that name at all.
Yeah, he did. He was a decent prospect for a while. Didn't quite work out.
All right. Let's see here. Look back at our depth chart. Can we shop Karkner yet? Yes, we can. Let's see what we get for him. Nothing. Nobody wants him. Just no. All right. Should we shop? Okay, I guess I forgot. I gotta put. I guess I'll put Dominic Moore straight in for Peter Nedved. Play these next two games since he's suspended. Pekka Rinne in. Carolina beats us. Phil Housley scores a shorthanded goal. George Larocque scores for Carolina. Oh, Rafalski? What?
Now what did you do to him?
Day-to-day foot strain.
Well, at least you got some depth there now.
Yeah, we'll just throw Jackman right in for the... I'm going to put Phil Housley up on the first pairing, I guess. Okay, Phoenix offers us a trade proposal. Andrei Kovalenko for Dan Heinold. Still no. Although we're getting closer to being something reasonable. Let's shop Dan Heinold here. Montreal offers us Derek Armstrong. Okay. Not terrible. Brett Hedican. Donald Audette. No. Darian Hatcher. Do we bring in Darian Hatcher? Just beef up this defensive line?
He's injured at the moment.
Yeah, dislocated shoulder. I mean, that's about right for him. Jason Woolley still kicking around. Valerie Bure. That's interesting.
Yeah. But his numbers are okay. He's just only 2 stars.
37-year-old
kind of guy you want in the fourth line?
37-year-old Scott Mellenby. Well, our biggest thing is we need guys who can score. We're just not scoring enough. I'm not saying no. I'm just not saying yes currently. All right. Lettinen goes in for the game versus Dallas, which seems appropriate. All right. And 4-2 victory over Dallas. So that's Lettinen's first win with us. Just pummeled them. 33 shots to 17. Okay, Nedved is back in. So we're going to put him back in quickly. Before I forget. Going to shop Dominique Moore just to see what comes up. Colorado and Calgary. John Clem for Justin Kurtz. All right, Montreal offers us Derek Armstrong again. No, we don't want Derek Armstrong. Robert Reichler from Toronto. No. Aki Berg. Sean Pronger.
What are you trying to get from Moore?
I don't know. Seeing if there's anything interesting. I wouldn't mind flipping him into a draft pick, to be honest. Or if we could parlay him into some more scoring for us. We are basically at the trade deadline, so we can take a look at the transaction trade block. Nobody standing out on the trade block who looks like...
No, there's Modine, but...
Our old friend, Sergei Mozikin. is sitting on the trade block. Only 22 years old at this point. Am I crazy to think that wouldn't be the worst move to pick him up?
How is he our old friend?
You don't remember? Yeah, we picked him up in, oh, geez, what game was it? One of the games he came in and played. We had him on a line with like 43-year-old Datsuk. That's like 2 40-year-olds on the line, and maybe somebody else.
No,
But,
I think you're thinking of a different guy. That's not Mozyakin. That's
it was Mosyakin because he'd never played in the NHL. He was all KHL guy. He was still rated super high.
that.
Oh man, it was. I can't even remember what game it is. Oh, somebody will find it. Probably going back to the stream archives. I want to say maybe Quebec, but it could be before that. Yes, Chef, I remember these random players. What do you think it would cost to get him? We just peek. He's only half a star right now, so he might not ever turn out. But I mean, he's put up 46 points.
Probably get him just for a draft pick.
Let's just see what they want. They want a goaltender, which we don't really have. We have the rights to. We got the rights to Gustafsson. That'd be funny. Giving Toronto back Gustafsson. Offer is too weak. How dare you? Toronto has too many players under contract. Who else are they trying to get rid of? That is interesting. Offer them Kartner and Mietinen for Mozyakin and some guy who I've never heard of. All right, what's a late round pick? Okay, take our 8th round pick too. I don't care. Okay, they'll do that. Do we want to give that up to take a shot on Sergei Mozyakin?
Yeah, why not?
All right, we'll finalize that trade. Brian Marchmonth just got put on trade block. Oh, Gary Roberts is on waivers. Not that I'm going to sign him. He's played 19 games and hasn't had a point.
Yeah, and one now stars and probably extremely injury prone at this point.
All right, so that's okay. So we did that. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
That's a weird team they've got together in Carolina.
Yeah.
Lorak is there. Pecorine is in goal.
All right,
19-year-old Eric Stahl is probably their second best forward behind O'Neill. Schvidke, the guy you dumped, is one of their better forwards, actually. Marty Jelena still hanging on there.
Well, he started going down. That's why we dumped him. Okay, just going back to the transaction trade block. We're just filtering down to defensemen. The rate we're going through defensemen. Well, we could pick up Shane Knighty probably for nothing.
Just as an emergency guy?
Yeah.
A cheap 3-year contract. See if you can get him for a pick. Now you're paranoid you're going to wind up with like 15 defensemen on the depth chart.
At this point, I don't care. The amount of defensemen we're going through is offered an 8th round pick, and they're like, no, absolutely not. What could you possibly want? All right, I added that defenseman we just got from Toronto. And a 9th round pick. 9th round's not good enough. Offer the 8th round pick. Okay, I offered them 2 9th round picks and Thomas Malik for Shane Knighty. We will finalize that trade.
Yep.
All right, so that gives us a little bit more depth on defense. Of course, Knighty's got to clear waivers now because it calls him up automatically. You know, Jeff, that's something that would be nice to be changed. For a future thing. Do I risk losing him? No. We're going to put Knighty in and take Jackman out. Because
Yeah, it's got a couple of guys you could put on injured reserve there, Robida.
Yeah. Because he was playing in the minors, but yeah, it should be fine. Shane Knighty, we're just going to put his jersey number as number 90, because that's about where he should be on the depth chart. All right.
90 kind of rhymes with 90.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I feel overall we're sitting in a pretty good spot for the moment. I still wouldn't mind moving Dominique Moore if there's somebody who makes sense. All right. Anthony Aquinino for Jason McDonald. Okay. Canadian, Italian, and I don't recognize that flag.
Croatian.
Croatian. Okay. All right, trade deadline.
Yeah, Croatian or Serbian. I couldn't. No.
Tim Taylor is on trade
That's
deadline.
Croatian.
All right. Still nobody really jumping out here being like, you have to trade me. Let's shop Dominique Moore one more time. Nathan Dempsey. I don't think we really need that. And 31-year-old Darius Kasparaitis.
Yeah, he's headed downhill. Looks like though he's only 1.5 stars now.
I mean, 25-year-old left wing Brian Giunta. It's only 1.5 stars. Did he not last quite a while? All the way to 2018. Point every other game.
And the one big year, yeah. I have him rated too low.
I mean, half point a game player, that's maybe a little low for him for how long he held on. But we're not trading away a guy with the ceiling as high as Moore for him. Our old friend Matthew Dandino. But no.
Diod is actually rated pretty well in the database, so he will develop.
Yeah, I don't want to trade more. We're going up in age. Man, Brian Giunta was only 5'7". Okay, I did not think he was that small. All right, Jeff, I think we kind of made our moves already. You think we really need anything?
No, I think you're good.
I feel
as long as you don't get a bunch of defensive injuries. But what are the chances of that?
Well, I mean, listen, we built up our defense as good as we can. We've added two major impact guys on depth, and then we added plus Phil Housley. We upgraded our backup goaltender. Our forward depth just kind of is what it is. They're either going to start clicking or they're not. And Wouldn't mind having somebody else, but I don't really know what we need. Making sure there wasn't somebody random on the... All right, let's get Moise. Yeah, I forgot. We got Mozikin too, so let's get him renewed contract. Boy, he wants a lot of money.
Yeah, seems he's a good prospect. That's a lot of money for. Oh, it's, I mean, the last years of the pre-cap era.
Yeah.
See if you can make it two-way. With a like high minor league base.
Yeah, put him at 500,000 or 500,000 for minor league. Okay, he'll do that. All right. I'm gonna have to go back to. We're gonna have to try to see if I can figure out what game he was in. But we had him for a while. Because we had that old line. I remember that.
Yeah,
old line.
maybe.
No, we definitely did.
Huh.
We had an old man line. Okay.
A bunch of trades.
Vancouver trades Ed Black, James Black to Minnesota for Thomas Valtonen. Garnet Exelby goes for Lionel Loins and Christian Kusela. Mike Farrell for Tony Samuelson. Is that the Mike Farrell from MASH?
Yeah, I was just going to say. EJ Honeycutt.
Oh, man. And Jeff, we just get dated, like, and half the people watching this would be like, who? Huh? What are you talking about? MASH. Alexander Machurigan, Thomas Punal. Okay. Bunch of just little moves. Igor Ugulanov for Artem Chubarov. Kobe Armstrong for Carson German.
Carson Germain played in Kelowna.
Pascal Leclerc for Eric Wenstrom. Oh, how did you feel about the Kelowna trade today, Jeff?
What I didn't was it?
They picked up.
I didn't see anything.
They got picked up at Ginla.
Oh, did they?
They did, yeah.
I didn't look at the local news before this. Huh?
Yeah. I picked him up for a first and a second.
Oh, that'll be popular because his dad lives just outside of town.
Well, it's like a first in next year and then a second in like 2027 or something.
That's weird. It's not showing up on our. Oh, there we go. Rockets acquire Ginla.
Make up.
Yeah, I'd like to